This is Glasswire. It's a free all-in-one tool to both monitor and control the traffic on your network and PC. Before Glasswire, I really never monitored my network, and that's for two reasons. The first one is I didn't know that that was an important thing to do, and the other reason is that I didn't know a program like Glasswire existed that allowed me to do such a thing. And after installing and using Glasswire for a couple weeks, I've learned a lot of information, so here's my full review of Glasswire. To clarify, I'm going to start with the more simple features and work my way to the more complicated features, and that's because the simple features are the most useful to the majority of people. They apply to almost everybody, and then as you get to the more complicated features, you notice how powerful this program actually is. And this whole video is going to be focused on the free version of Glasswire. However, near the end, I will be mentioning some of the paid features of Glasswire, and spoiler alert, you should definitely download the free version and give it a try. So what is Glasswire? When you open it up, the first thing you see is a live updated graph of your network activity with different colors for uploads and downloads. At the most basic level, it's useful to be able to see this activity to know what programs are doing what. You can also look into the past and see your past network activity for up to a week in the past. Before I get too intense here, why should you even care about this? It's going to differ from person to person of what this is really useful for, but knowing what's going on in your network can be very useful. It's surprising to see just how many programs are accessing your network all the time, and even when your computer sleeps, some programs wait until you are away from your computer to do their deeds. It's very interesting. Glasswire actually goes a step further and lets you know whenever anything new accesses the network on your computer. A little box pops up letting you know, and it's not too big to get annoying, it's just a little box in the corner of your screen. While that information is definitely useful and kind of cool, that's not why I use it. I use Glasswire mostly to know what's going on when I'm uploading a video. And contrary to what you might think at first, uploading a video isn't just a constant stream of upload, it's more intermittent than that. As I said, instead it's a more stop and go flow of upload. I also use it to see what else is accessing the network so I can stop those programs and keep the network open for my upload. Monitoring my uploads and downloads are what I use it most for, but it has a lot more features, even the free version does. And if this review seems overwhelmingly positive, it's because that kind of makes sense. It's a free program with a lot of functionality. There's really not much to complain about. There's a tab that shows the bandwidth usage and gives you a ton of information like what programs are using it, what they are connecting to, the country they are connecting to, and what type of traffic they are communicating. If you're someone who monitors remote servers, Glasswire can be installed on the server and accessed on a local computer, which I don't personally use, but it's definitely a cool feature. And the last big feature of the free version is the built-in firewall. When looking at the applications that are accessing the network, you can see what they are connecting to and the country that host is from, and if you decide it shouldn't be doing that, with the built-in firewall you can use Glasswire to block that application from accessing the network. As I said, I haven't used the firewall yet, but I'm still on a pretty fresh install of Windows 10. I'm sure as I download more applications from the internet and whatnot, I'll find a need for it eventually. And with that aside, let's move on to the paid features. And it kind of makes sense that they reserve some features for paid users, some of the more complicated, more powerful features. And I think they drew a pretty good line between the free features and then the extra niche paid features. There are 3 different paid versions, but they all have the same features, except for how many PCs they can be installed on, the range of network traffic history, and the number of supported remote connections. And if you're going to purchase it, Glasswire hooked us up with the code MSTech for 10% off. Moving on to the features, there's a mode where you can require new applications to get permission from you to access the network, a mode to block all network activity, and the ability to have a mini graph displayed on your monitor at all times. There's also the ability to track the webcam and mic use and be alerted when they are being used, which makes it nice to know there's no creep watching me work. And one of the best paid features is the ability to see who and what are on your Wi-Fi, so you can finally know if that annoying neighbor is using it to play Call of Duty. That's it for this video. This is a seriously powerful software, and I definitely recommend picking up the free version to see what's going on in your network and learn a little bit more about that. And if you're the type of person that would benefit from the paid version, you probably know that already. And with that aside, thank you for watching, subscribe to see more content, and as always, stay classy.